If the novel coronavirus wasn't enough to put the Montana sports scene in jeopardy, question marks all across the board, then came the smoke. That's right, the latest wave in cancellations, postponements, scratching heads for reschedules. Of course, of the smoky conditions that you can see all across the Treasure State. Only a handful of events so far have been affected by that, but as those wildfires continue to rage on the West Coast and that smoke continues to make its way to the Treasure State, there are coaches, athletic directors, and even local county health departments wondering what the future may hold even as soon as this weekend.
There hasn't been that many so far. This week everybody's a little on edge just because of how the heavy smoke came in on Monday. So it's starting to move out, at least in some of the western areas. We still have unhealthy air. Just checked the website this morning and there's still a lot of unhealthy air over there, but as in most cases it's trending down, so we're hoping that by tomorrow they'll be able to play their games.
Mark Beckman and the Montana High School Association do not determine whether games should be played or postponed due to the air conditions across the state, but rather leave those decisions to the local level, where handy references come in play.
What we do is we send out the guidance from the state health department, and if you go on to today's air, it's the website there, they have great information. They do a fantastic job in tracking air quality throughout the state. And then it's every hour in all these different reporting stations and how they can say, well, here's the trend, here's where it's at, here's the levels, particulate levels, so that you say, okay, within these areas, this is, safe. Now we're getting it done healthy, and then we're getting into some, really bad areas. So you can look at that, and then schools, in conjunction with their local health department, can make those decisions on whether they should practice outside, maybe we'll practice inside, and then of course either play the game or postpone the game and then reschedule. The areas that we may have a problem is where we don't have a reporting station. So you can have this heavy smoke and go 20 miles down the road and have no smoke whatsoever. It's amazing how that works. So there also is on this chart a visibility. You take a landmark, you look at how visible that landmark is according to 2 to 5 miles, 5 to 8 miles, and then they can also use visibility as a factor too.
Schools and teams do notify the MHSA when a postponement due to poor air quality occurs, and then the participating programs grab their calendars and look for a consensus date and time to host those rescheduled contests.
They'll let us know that we had a cancellation. Like in soccer, game reports are submitted for every game. They do that and have done that for a long time, so we'll know that there's either a postponed game or they've completed it. Once they get past half, then it's a complete game in soccer. Before half, they have to start it over again. And then they will let us know whether they're able to reschedule or not. If they don't, and can't reschedule, whether it's football, soccer, whatever, then it's a no contest. And so it just doesn't count as a win or a loss for either team. And then the conference will have to determine how to seed into their playoffs by using, those records.
It's another roadblock, a hurdle in an already unique year, but Montana's high school sports programs have held strong in the face of adversity as they will once again look to adapt and overcome. Richie Melby, MTN Sports.